was heavier than it looked, the seal pressed deep into the wax, the directorate's mark, sharp and final. "When?" Nathan asked. "Tonight," the man replied. "Brussels. Your presence has been requested." Requested. The word carried its old menace, it meant no choice at all. Nathan said nothing. The sea wind pressed against him, carrying the faint hum of a ship's horn far off the coast. He looked back at the cottage, at the quiet life he had built on sand. He folded the orders carefully and slid them into his jacket pocket. The quiet was over. Without another word, he stepped inside, packed what little he had, the gun, a passport, a single photograph of Belinda, and left through the back door. As the car pulled away from the cottage and the sea disappeared in the rearview mirror, he didn't look back. Some exiles end in silence. His one ended with a summons. Then remembered quiet years. The years before, Project 54. The cold dark days, weeks, months and years before the birth of Project 54. For a while, the silence held. Europe had become a distant memory, the kind that drifts in only when the night goes too still. Nathan built a new life, piece by piece, careful not to draw attention. A new name, a different kind of work, a house that overlooked fields instead of water. He told himself he was done with the directorate. Done with blood, with orders, with ghosts. Belinda believed him as the words squeezed through his lips with a reassuring smile. She wanted to. Because the years of Cold War had ended. Instinctively agents had become more subdued than usual. He trusted Nathan because he seemed trustworthy. He promised her the past was buried. And for a time, it was, until the past began to whisper again, not through coded letters or old comrades, but through the ordinary walls of their home. He'd listened to the call, that night, his face suddenly wet with live perspiration. They were anxious to get to the bottom of the problem. He was tired. Although he looked in fine shape, he'd always felt tired, since the end of hostilities. The chairman of the biotech company was traveling from Cambridge to central London for the 8 a.m. briefing, seated in his bulletproof Range Rover. On the motorway, he'd been pushing 80 to 90 miles per hour on a 70 zone. He'd driven this stretch countless times. He knew its dark spots, the hidden cameras, the bends where others slowed down and he didn't. Belinda had always warned him about his speed. She called it foolish, reckless, even. One day, she would say, "You'll forget you're not